Matt Mitrione released by Bellator following third straight knockout loss.
Matt Mitrione.
Yep.
Guy.
But I hear a but coming.
But you can't, in his last 5 or 6 fights, he doesn't have a win. That's kind of puts you in a position where you're not going to be kept no matter where you're at. And even as a heavyweight, and people talk about heavyweights, that heavyweights are rare. Matt still got speed. He's got good hands, but everyone knows the blueprint on beating him is to take him down if you can. And he's had two losses in a row. Tim Johnson and Tyrell Fortune, where he believes, he got hit. I thought he did get headbutted. It was not intentional. It was what we call a clash of heads, and maybe that is what ended up putting him in that position. But if you get into that clash of heads and you're able to start screaming out to the referee, that's a headbutt, then you're able to fight. Get yourself back up. I hate to say that in any way. I'm not saying anything bad about Matt, but it's like he lost because it happened again. I think he just lost his mind over it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of experience with refs being in the wrong position for headbutts.
Talk about that.
And so my idea is anytime you know that you got headbutt, make sure you know you got headbutted, because even when you go down, the ref doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So, and that's what happens sometimes when the ref's not in the right position. So
Would
as soon
you know
as you
what
get
the right position is? Explain it. Go ahead, let me hear what the right position is.
The position that sees the headbutt, that's the right position. It's pretty simple. Whatever position it takes for you to see the damn headbutt is the right position.
Maybe you could say that your suggestion here is that I could go back and say, well, if you're so stupid that you stick your head where another person's head is and you take a shot, then you're just an idiot.
Well, in Matt Mitrione's case, with
which one?
Who was
Johnson?
the first one? With Tim Johnson. That was a clash of heads that should have been stopped. And like you said, this last one though with Tyrell Fortune, he kind of initiated it by dipping his head down into it. And so I understand where you're going with that. But regardless of that, I say if you know that you were headbutted and it puts you down, just roll over, face down, grab your head, and you start kicking the mat really hard, and the ref will stop it. And they're going to go back to the replay and say, hey, it was a headbutt.
Stop it and
now just done. Collect your check and move on.
Stop and say you lost. So nice job at kicking your
No.
Yes. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Not,
no,
John. No, that's the only way we can get you refs that are in bad positions to stop the fight. Just turn over on your belly, grab your forehead, start kicking the mat, and just start in pain. They knew that there was no shot landed. How did you end up on the ground?
What are you talking about no shot landed? You can see the shot landed.
The headbutt landed. That's what landed, John.
Not yours. It was a left hand. Ask the judge. I asked him.
Nah, you even admitted in the court of law to the commission that the headbutt is what dropped me.
I do believe that.
But look, let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about this fight right here. Let's talk about Matt Mitrione. Matt Mitrione, second headbutt. It's frustrating.
Totally.
I mean, I only had it happen once to me. Ref was just in a bad position. Total beginner. And so total beginner move. But Matt, though, in this situation, dipped into it a little bit. Should have kept fighting. I don't know how hard it was. Like mine, I was seeing like triple vision, and obviously it wasn't apparent to the referee. But in this situation,
you should have been good then, because the way you drink, you're seeing triple vision all the time.
I know the way I drink. John knows I can put a whiskey down. I can do a bourbon or a whiskey. I get that shit down fine. God, I love it. All right. So, anyways, look, if you haven't won 6 fights,
it is.
What do you think is going to happen?
It's a shame because
heavyweights are a little harder to come by. So that's why they try to keep them on. But I mean, it was just time. It was time.
100% agree.